In a world with way too many podcasts comes Japtalion and This Guy, the podcast to end all podcasts. With some pieced together recording equipment, a couple loosely informed topics, and a coin, these three friends set out to forever change the next hour of your life.
Japtalion and This Guy is solely for entertainment purposes. Joseph, Eric, and Morgan are not professional researchers, investigators, or gynecologists. Not suitable for children.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Japtalion and This Guy. I'm Eric.
I'm Joseph.
I'm Morgan.
Fuck yeah, they are. And I am.
Eric.
You're Eric.
You said that.
I did. So, let's tell everybody who's not familiar, not our avid listeners.
Even if you are our avid
who tune
listeners.
in every week. I sound angry.
Which you should be doing.
You sons of... Yeah, let's talk about what do we do here, JoJo?
We catch up on our week. We talk about what's been going on in our lives over the past week, and I don't know. Sometimes it's interesting. Sometimes we got nothing going on. We've also all researched a topic, and through a random selection, if you believe in random, using a coin flip, it chooses who does their topic, and then the other two dudes annoy them.
Now, Morgan's research this week was kind of like a triathlon.
It wasn't this week. I've been working on it for since fucking November or something. Yeah.
The one I've been working on since we started this thing.
This isn't a competition.
I thought
Joseph.
you were doing different events while you were researching.
That's what you meant.
Yeah. You were skiing down a slope.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
That sounds like drug use. No, I was not skiing. I wasn't skiing the slopes. No, they called today and on video chat so we could have some kind of video chat conference for the podcast before we all met up here. And I was getting a blowjob.
Hey, high five.
Well, it started as a handy, and then it turned into a blowjob, and I'm like, she just kept going. She didn't stop. She just kept going, and then after we get off video chat, she jumps on, finishes me off. I wipe everything.
Finish him.
I think she said that.
Get the fuck out of here, really?
Yeah.
Spinal Tap.
And then you just sanitize your hands after high-fiving me. Maybe I should be sanitizing my hands.
Eric got me all freaked out, man.
Jesus. Okay,
He's smarter than both of us combined, so this one instance, I listened to him.
She finishes me off. We get everything cleaned up, and then she goes right back to it. And I'm like, yeah, you're not going to get anything else out of me. It's only been a minute. Well,
that's not true.
Nope, that's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't actually hang up the video call, so I got most of the audio on that.
You're welcome.
So we're, I was watching some adult cinema while I was having intimate time with a person who may be married to me. And it gets to the end. This lady's doing a wonderful job. Guys, if y'all have listened to it, y'all know what it's like. This is what we talk about. Lady's doing a great job.
Wait. Which lady? The lady you're married to?
The wife?
No, in the show. We're watching,
Oh, okay.
sorry.
All right.
okay.
Yeah, got it.
We're watching some adult cinema while we're doing our thing. And we get done, and the cinema is still going. And at the end, the lady starts sucking really hard after he finishes. And
Yes!
he just starts going, ah! Screaming. And she and not only, so we start laughing because that's not what it caught me off guard. So then they replay it from a different angle. They had another camera going, and for some reason they're like, let's show them what that looks like from the guy's backside.
What?
is really weird. Yeah, porn. So did we
Oh,
finish
God.
talking about what we do here? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think we just jumped right into it. I think Joseph wrapped it up pretty well.
Okay. I couldn't remember. The blowjob took me out of it. I'm not getting a blowjob. It's just us in the studio.
None of
We're
us are
not
getting a
willing to do
blowjob
that.
at the moment. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Joseph had to look and confirm.
Got to check.
I do see your ladybug though.
Yeah.
Don't mind my ladybug.
Little throwback.
Today, I'm like Nathan and I are running up to Zaxby's to get food for everybody. That's my youngest son, and he's like, "Daddy, there's a ladybug in my seat," and I was like, "Fucking, of course there is. There's only a lady." Like all these years, I've gone without seeing ladybugs until we start talking about them on the show, and Lindsey Graham and his ladybugs, and now. They're popping up in my car. They're popping up at fucking my girlfriend's work and shit. Anyhow,
Ladybugs have taken on a new dimension.
yeah, that's
For
a
me.
new state bird.
I kind of like it.
State bird.
Oh God. Oh. All right, that's been our show. So thanks for.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. So
What about?
I don't know. What do you say? What have y'all had going on this week? Either one of you. I don't care.
I'll start.
Go.
Do it.
Okay.
Morgan?
You know, I almost when you said, "Hey, how do we do it?" You know, tell the people to listen how we do it. Go ahead, JoJo. I almost just jumped in just to fucking cut his ass off.
That's real funny.
We're dicks. I love it when you guys joke and aren't trying to hide emasculating me in front of my face.
So I got a text today from my
Whoa.
from my father.
Today.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh,
got a text
cool.
today from my father.
Man, what was that reaction about?
I don't know. I was expecting him to give us information from the previous week. You know, something that cool that happened. But he said today, and I was like, "Whoa, this is recent."
Yeah. Well, he told me that 58 years ago today he proposed to my mother to get married. I thought that was
shit.
kind of
Wow.
I thought that was kind of wild because that means they've been married for maybe 57 years or something.
Great God.
I just want to rewind back to Morgan's reaction. That was still not a bird. Like, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm going to need a second. Can we take a break, guys? It's from today? Jesus. I thought we were doing this week. Woo. Hold on, guys. Y'all got any ice cold lemonade?
I do declare.
I'm flummoxed by the recent activity you're about to tell us about, Joseph. We clearly talk about the last week, and I have lost my accent. Okay.
Now I'm British.
So they've been married and torturing each other for how long? 57?
Yeah, I guess like 57 years or so.
Nice.
I just thought that was impressive.
That is,
I
impressive.
mean, I'm aware of my age, and I'm aware that I was born after they were married, but I guess I just hadn't really thought about it. That's a long time, man.
Yeah. How old's your brother? 59.
56.
Oh, okay. Are you guessing?
He's like 4 years older than me.
Oh, I
so
thought he was
56.
5. I thought he was 5 years older than you, so that's why I was like, "Huh. Wonder why they got married."
No.
Joseph's
wasn't
really
it.
a time traveler. he crosses through different time links, so he's never. That's why he never knows what day of the week it is, and schedules are really important to him.
But I won't tell you my schedule. It's
Yeah.
just important to me.
Yeah, because you were trying to hide that you're a time traveler, so you can't. Are you going to be at the show this week? I'm not saying.
Yeah.
Could be.
Anything could happen in the pleistocene.
I might be there. Maybe it's already happened. It's a weird thing to say.
Was that your information?
No, another thing. This is a kind of a funny thing happened. I went out and picked up Cash's friend. He needed a ride. Cash and his friend needed a ride, and I brought Cash and his friend back to the house. Cash is my oldest son. And these are teenagers.
Cash money.
And when the kid was like getting in the car, he was like, from talking to Cash, I thought you'd be bigger. I was like, I just kind of laughed. And I was like, get in the fucking car.
Fucking dick.
But then later on, we're all at the house, and I talked to his friend a little bit because I want to find out who the fuck this kid is. He seems like a really nice kid.
Nice.
But he said, apparently, I guess the rumor going around Cash's circle of friends is that I'm a white supremacist.
Wow. What?
So they've seen the tattoos as well.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know where that comes from. But Cash's friend was like, when I heard you were a white supremacist, or heard that you might be a white supremacist, I immediately wanted to come over. I was like, okay, well, that was bold of you, but I'm not a white supremacist.
Is he a white supremacist?
No, he's a African American.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
I'm
wait a
sorry.
minute.
That was
Wow.
presumptuous. I was making a presumption that he's not a white supremacist. I don't know.
Yeah.
You threw me for a loop, buddy. I thought you were going to say he's white. I'm doing Morgan reactions now. Wow.
I'm wondering if
Wow, that was
maybe it
awful.
had something to do with
Wow.
that I'm into prepping. Because preppers often get a bad rap as being like right-wing nut jobs and white supremacists and stuff. Yeah, I want Cash to be prepared for the inevitable. Yeah, has nothing to do with politics.
I saw this thing. I saw somebody, I think it was on TikTok, and they were talking about like a particular way that white guys kind of look that's just like means they're racist.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's kind of like sometimes you do like a rockabilly.
Goth.
Well, no, not when he's doing the goth stuff, but I think that's what they were describing.
I thought you meant
but
like
I
a
don't think
mixture.
of that almost like a hipster, but in a little. I forget the way he described it,
Huh.
but that's very presumptuous to
Yeah.
think that because someone looks or dresses or has their hair cut a certain way. My kind of theory is like racism for a while in our society was just legit. And, nobody, you could call people that didn't look like you whatever, and and then it became not legit, and people like are still that way. They're just hiding it in different areas. So when somebody does something in the media, they say they get canceled. I think that honestly, in a lot of ways, that's bad and shuts down conversation when, as soon as someone lets you know, and there's different kind of lengths of that. There's someone who's like, obviously like, we should do genocide, guys. Good idea. That's like way to the extreme. And yeah, maybe that guy shouldn't have a TV show if he's wanting to kill people because of their skin color.
Yeah.
But if someone uses a word that's not appropriate, and immediately without context, people are just like, he's racist. He's always been a racist. He's always going to be a racist. Get rid of him.
Is this referring to the country singer that?
Well,
the one
I thought we were
recent-
going with Marilyn Manson.
I'm just if people are only ostracized for their beliefs, and I'm not saying their beliefs are right or wrong. I'm just saying if like the kind of societal ideas, that's not how we do things in society now, and they're immediately shunned. How does that invite them to not believe things that way? Like if the people that believe differently than them are just constantly, you're a
Shutting them
pariah,
down.
you're going to lose
Right.
your job, you're going to this, you're going to that. And once again, there's like a degree to this, because if someone's doing like really bad, frequent stuff,
Like Marilyn Manson.
right?
Yeah.
There's
I just got a look from Joseph.
I
by
read
the
an
way.
article with Trent Reznor from like the late '90s talking about Manson.
Oh,
and-
hanging out with Manson. Yeah, I remember
shit.
that.
Yeah, and like in a book Manson had the '90s, he apparently, from what Reznor says, just like fabricated stuff about him and Reznor hanging out And he's like, I never did that with him.
Yeah.
So it's a pattern
Well,
with that guy.
people,
It might be, yeah.
people
remember
definitely
that
can
book.
change too. And the thing that sucks
can.
about when you're putting yourself out in a public format and your information is recorded and re-listened to 20 years later,
right.
So not even
it maybe doesn't age well.
not even 20 years. You guys remember, what's the country cooking lady, Paula Deen? That's it.
Paula Deen.
Right.
She was shut down for something that she said, when was it? Back in the 60s? Like the late 60s? She used the
not
N-word
familiar
or
with what she
something?
A
used.
Southern woman using the N-word in the late 60s.
In the late 60s, they shut her down. They took her fucking cooking show off the air. A lot of places stopped selling her merchandise and shit. And I'm not saying that that's right. You know, I'm not saying either side is right. What do you do in that situation? She came out and apologized, and I think you just move forward. But that's the kind of thing that can shut somebody down forever.
And it's been my
Not saying that's
experience,
right.
at least with myself, when I've been intolerant, it's usually due to my self-centeredness and my ignorance.
Yeah.
And if people are not educated, or at least just talked to or treated in a somewhat decent manner when they make a mistake, because everybody's made a mistake. I've definitely said shit in my life that when I was younger, if was aired, people would be like, oh my God, because I'm a human being who said bad things about people.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Shocker. And I think we all kind of have. And it's not always, I'm not saying it's based on race or this or that, but it's been based on whatever at the time pissed me off.
Yeah.
And I think canceling people, and I hate using that term, but totally ostracizing someone for a mistake is not always the best way for people to come together.
Right.
It just divides the two people. That's why I think there's like camps hiding in different corners.
Well, that kind of reminds me, you know, there was a when they were voting Nikki Haley into office here in South Carolina,
She has nice legs.
and she was running for the governor. She was running for the governor of South Carolina. Jake Knotts said something like, called her a raghead because her family's of Indian descent. You know?
Okay.
And I heard somebody who was actually my landlord at the time, but she worked for the House of Representatives, and she was on the news, and she was like, this doesn't erase all the good that he's done. And I'm thinking like, yeah, the fuck it does. Get that motherfucker out of here. Fuck Jake Knotts. You know?
Yeah,
Like, you can't call a potential governor a raghead and still be in office. Get the fuck out of here. Hate that guy.
I was thinking more of artists, not politicians.
And Nikki Haley's hot.
I'm all for throwing politicians out, no matter what.
Recently, I think a sheriff, they were trying to figure
Oh,
out
I saw that.
how their cams, their new body cams worked, and they didn't realize they had turned it
Oh,
on.
I heard about that.
And
Yeah.
then he ended up basically saying like, so the way I see it is, you know, white people used to provide room and board and a job and clothing for these, you know, slaves to work. What's wrong with that? I mean, he basically explained that slavery was fine
Yeah.
because they were given room and
They were
board.
getting paid with room, board, and clothing.
And the
and
other
food.
guy is like, that's right. Like he's totally agreeing with it. To me, that is
Fuck.
like that's egregious. If
Yeah.
you don't know history of slavery and rape and just all the awful things that go along with that.
And he totally laid out his mindset. And this
did.
is the sheriff, you know? Like, what?
Sheriff.
Like, nah, dude, you got to go.
No, well, he's supposed to be a leader and a protector of
Yes.
the community.
And the community probably has African Americans. in it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's Georgia.
And if that
know?
happens right after you couldn't figure out if a camera and a microphone on your body is working, what do you say? Like, that's a normal conversation you must be having if you feel comfortable to talk like that with a camera and a mic on your body, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't seem like a one and done thing.
Yeah,
right
didn't he
there.
go on
Right.
to say that nowadays we provide them with all those things and they don't have to work?
Right. Right. Now they get all that stuff and they don't work. Which
Oh
is
God, man. That's
totally
fucked
not
up.
true.
Oh,
That's
shit.
just
Did he really?
Yeah. That's in,
What the fuck?
Yeah. That's not even a true statement. That's why it's racist.
They-
because
It's not a true
that's
statement.
not a true statement.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean,
Oh,
I
my
really
God.
don't want to piss off the Q people, but
Oh, really?
you know, Then, yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Hollywood
Fuck
people and liberals do not have the market on child molestation and
No,
rape.
they don't.
Conservatives do it too.
Yeah.
It's
Two,
not-
also,
also,
Yeah.
and any kind of person.
I don't
does that
think
stuff.
that line of thinking child molestation limits itself to one fucking
Right.
one wing of the political spectrum.
Also, if I didn't like our last president, that does not mean that I'm okay with child rape, because I literally saw that argument on Facebook that
Wow.
that if you don't like Trump, you must be okay with all these children that are getting sex trafficked. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Well, if you don't like me, you must not be okay with Eskimos. Anyways, we're not supposed to do this on the show.
So, are we going to go back and delete all
We
of this
will.
touchy subjects part 2 stuff?
Probably.
Who knows, man?
Yeah. So my week, what?
Hopefully your week is not as inflammatory as mine.
Nah, I got one thing because I was going to talk about the girlfriend giving me a blowjob while we were on video chat. So that's one thing I had on my checked off my list.
Props to the girlfriend.
Yeah, thanks, baby.
Fan of the week.
The other thing is that I quoted a job, and this is just my own personal excitement. I quoted a job, what I consider to be really high, but also I didn't quote the job high. It's just that the cost is high, and the guy accepted it, which I'm not used to. So I'm like the whole time thinking, he's not going to accept the price of this job. He's not going to accept the price. And then he accepts it, and he wanted to meet with me. And then when he said he accepted it, I'm like, oh, I'm going to fuck this up. This whole job's going to be fucked from the beginning. He's going to be the worst customer ever. And because I already start to sabotage everything in my head. So I go in with a fucked up headspace. And I'm like, no, I'm going to go meet with them. We're going to go over the fucking work, and we're going to move forward. It's fine. So I go and meet with him, and dude's got another job. This is his house, which started out at 10,000 square feet, and he whittled it down to 6,000 square feet of heated space, like climate controlled space. It's 8,000 altogether.
Wow.
That's a lot of fucking house. Well, for South Carolina, they got like 30,000 square foot homes in Atlanta, but this is
How big is his family? He's got like
well, he's
35, 40 kids.
I think he's Mormon. So
Oh, so he might have
He
multiple wives and
Okay,
Yeah,
now
he
we're
needs a-
doing it.
he needs a floor for every family.
is that not a thing Mormons do?
It is. I'm
Oh.
joking.
We don't know if they do that anymore because they keep it a secret from us. But they're not listening to the show.
Actually, Mormons have access to technology. You're thinking of the Amish.
They're not Amish. Fuck. Well, so anyways, we're sitting down and we're talking about his house, and then he says, hey, I got another project. I really want to work with the same person on both these projects. And I'm like, cool, what's the other project? Well, it's 47 unit business park in Lexington.
Ooh.
Or in West Columbia. I don't know which it is. It's off of Leapart Road over there. But I was like, fuck. He's like, I got 20 units this size and 27 units this size. So give me a price for each unit, and then, we'll go from
Wow.
there. And yeah, like,
It's a big gig.
dude, I know. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm happy about it. And
There you go.
yeah, man.
Congratulations.
I feel like it's 6 years ago, back when I used to be successful.
You're successful now.
Yeah, I do better without my old wife.
The old wife.
Ex-wife? I do better without my ex-wife. We can just cut the
I
thing.
think we call them ex-wives now. Yeah.
The old wife.
The old ball and chain.
Yeah, I do better financially without her. Even with what I pay in child support and alimony, I'm still financially better without her having access to the bank account.
Dang.
Wow.
Wow. Guys.
You had been warned.
Your budget's all wrong.
Yeah, that's what I got. Eric?
Yeah. toe update. We want an update on your toe.
Toe's doing great.
Guys, we're tracking Eric's toe. We're like tracking the progress. In this.
Yes, we're tracking Eric's toe.
I had a rough few weeks. Yeah, they went in, with a knife. They numbed it up.
Yeah.
They cut part of the nail off, and then there was like some infected stuff going on that they just went ahead and took off with it.
Was it full of spiders?
Like a bunch of baby spiders coming out.
I don't know. But man, y'all get to hear all my stories multiple times. I went in there. I have medicine for high anxiety times because I have mental issues. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. I have medication so I can live my life to the fullest degree possible. Anyways, I take it very sparingly, but getting my toe cut open was an event that seemed like it could be useful. So I was not as anxious as I normally am when I get like shots and stuff because I don't, take it then. So I'm like joking, cracking people up. It's all fun and games until the guy, right before he sticks the knife in, like the needle was pretty painful to numb me. It felt like it went straight through my toe.
Cool.
But right before he cuts me, he's like, just let me know if you feel any sharp pain and we'll numb you up a little bit more. And I'm like, whoa, that's not very reassuring, doc. He squeezed my toe so hard it felt like it was going to pop. He said, you're going to feel pressure but not pain. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know what that is. Like, it freaked me out.
Right, yeah.
I didn't want about to be feeling a knife go through my toe. So anyways, then my normal, sweaty, almost passing out self came. It started like...
You came?
Oh, totally. I like pain. Wow.
Some people are like that.
Anyways, and the lady made a joke. I don't know why women nurses like to say things when you get nervous about shots, like typical man. I hear that a lot.
Oh, they like to emasculate you?
Yeah. And so when she said that, I just looked at her dead on. I said, oh, that was worse than childbirth. And like tried to say it as serious as I could. And she looked at me and like, pshaw, like just totally shocked.
You can't take that from me.
And she didn't know I was joking. She goes, how would you know? And I was like, well, I just know, right? I mean, it can't be that painful. And she goes, do you have kids? And she looks at Annie. And I said, no. And she's like, oh, my God.
Wait. What was Annie doing?
She's just sitting there not being the person that she.
Expressionless?
She's off to the side. She apologizes for me sometimes. She's like, I'm so sorry. This is what he's like. I don't remember specifically, but And I told the lady, I said, well, from now on, all my friends will hear that the nurse told me this procedure was more painful than childbirth and that I deserved some sort of reward or recognition for my bravery. And she started laughing really hard. It was great.
Oh, cool.
I love making
Glad
people
she
laugh.
laughed.
Yeah. She laughed, and then she left the room, and I lost consciousness.
It was a win-win.
So that was I wasn't this week, but that was my, Morgan, I didn't give a story from this week.
Oh, whoa. When was this? Jesus.
Wow.
How far back are we going now?
Hey,
remember when I was 7?
your timing's all wrong.
Timeline.
You texted me the walk-in wow, and I had to say it.
I did like the whole thing.
Yeah, you texted it, and I'm over there going, wow. All right, so we got man, we're going to have to cut half of that.
No.
Yeah, dude, we're at like 34
No.
minutes.
That shit was
Wow.
good.
Cool, no Super Bowl. Super Bowl's canceled, you cuck.
At 6 o'clock, I'm walking out.
Walking out.
Christopher walking out. I'm gonna do like a little dance, like in King of New York or something.
There's like a Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's like a primetime show They in several episodes, this one guy's called people cucks, and I was really surprised. I did not know that was like a family entertainment friendly word to throw around.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I was just surprised.
Because it implies that you're raising someone else's children.
Or I don't know. I thought it was.
I don't know. I
Today's
watch
today's
sexual-
slang for it, I think, is slightly different, but I believe the definition is that you're a male raising children that are not your own, offspring that aren't your own.
I thought it was a guy that likes to watch other men have sex with his wife.
Right.
I think that's it.
I think that's more the slang definition of it.
Okay.
Well, the context was I think the captain sent this guy home because he's a doofus. And he's like, I'll see you later, cucks. Just like left the room.
Yeah.
So, coin flip? Are we flipping the old coin?
I guess we are. It's between me and Joseph. Eric did the last one.
That's right.
Coin flip.
I wish my chair didn't squeak. I sometimes hear it on the recording.
Oh,
Can y'all hear that fan?
I can.
yeah, I can hear it.
Fucked up.
You done fucked up,
You done
Eric.
fucked
Why don't you
up
just
now,
stick
Eric.
it right next to the microphone, Eric?
Yeah. Just throw it around the room a little bit.
Now he can't cut it off. He unplugs it, it's still going.
Get the wire cutter out.
Can y'all hear this electric razor?
He grabs a baseball bat and just beats the fucking fan to death.
Joseph's in the corner stabbing his balls with his ball hair
With
trimmer.
his lawnmower 3.0. Oh, Jesus. Okay. What, Joseph, I called it the last time you and I flipped.
Heads.
Can I flip it?
No,
Can I flip the coin?
he doesn't want us interrupting him.
Okay.
Heads.
It's fucking tails.
Tails. It's tails.
Damn.
Was that your
Was that
German?
a quarter?
Did you just do
Yeah,
your
that was a
German
quarter.
accent?
No.
Oh,
No, that was not my job. I was just,
I
don't know, feeling relaxed. Need to pump up the energy.
Well, we wasted so much time with the shit shooting, and now my topic is 2 episodes long anyway. So
Come on.
fuck the Super Bowl. This is like a rite of passage, I think, for podcasts. It's something that you kind of have to do a show about.
Super
Say
Bowl
Elisa
Sunday?
Lam, I'm gonna slap you.
I
No.
think we should each do a version of Elisa Lam.
Elisa Lam's not my topic.
I would love to do a topic on Elisa Lam. It's gonna be real short.
It would be like Elisa Lam the early years. Fuck the whole disappearance and reappearance shit. No, this is about a serial killer who holds the world record for the most kills. Elizabeth, a lot of people call her Elizabeth Bathory. It's pronounced Bathory, but Elizabeth Bathory.
Spell is it like
It looks like Bathory.
Bathory? I've seen the name.
Yeah, she's the Blood Countess. She's been called a vampire or the real Dracula because her family is in Transylvania and everything, in Hungary back in those days. And yeah, I guess that's my topic. So we'll see how long we can go before we need to stop and come back another day on it.
Let's take a little break, guys.
Hun, I don't think I can go to work today. I've got a fever.
The thermometer says 98.9. What the fuck?
My bones hurt, baby.
Just like a man.
Guys, is this a common response you get when you're legitimately incapacitated due to poor health or physical injury? Oh shit, my back!
This fucking guy. You sneeze like pussy.
Does she emasculate you and require you to work past your physical abilities?
Oh my god. Don't worry, I'll change the flat tire.
Damn it, babe. Don't. I got it.
Oh, you mean you'll actually do the man's job after you sneezed? You sure? Are you gonna need an award?
Well, now, guys, you can get just that. When you push past your impairment, forge ahead through your major illness, there's now Man Award. What's that? It's the validation your significant other refuses to recognize.
I pushed something the size of a watermelon out of something the size of a lemon.
This tired old wives' tale of an excuse won't stand anymore. This Man Award is your hall pass. Every time you get up, when you're down and out, you'll receive this hall pass that allows you to receive blowjobs from gorgeous strangers. "30 lap dances at the local strip club. A weekend of driving a Lamborghini. 1 free swing at Mike Tyson. I punched him in the dick. The list goes on. It's actually good for almost anything that may make you feel more like a man and boost your testosterone. Added bonus, your wife has to offer you anal when presented with the Man Award. Just dial 555-555-5555 and we'll mail you a rebate card that you will fill out and then mail back. And in 6 to 8 weeks, you'll receive a phone call to verify the information is correct. Once you've done that, your wife will receive a phone call. Then it's just another 2 months to receive the Man Award."
All right. We are back from our break. We broke stuff.
Should I not do that?
He's chewing on hard candies over there. He's got a Werther's Original in his mouth, just sucking on it.
Got it from church this morning from the old guy.
I really like those candies.
Werther's
God.
Originals.
Should I say that louder? I really like those candies. Werther's are really good.
It's fucking old.
I really like the Werther's Original.
Did you like all my gifts I was sending about you being old yesterday?
Oh, yeah. You're a fucking comedian.
Dude, I couldn't help it. You're like, I wrote it down by hand and I need to transcribe it to digital.
It's just how I talk, man.
This really big phone won't make calls. That's a tablet, Joseph.
Why is the phone so big?
I'm scared.
This sounds like a Family
Has
Guy.
anyone seen my daughter?
Martha.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
All
we're
right.
talking about
Elizabeth Bathory. Elizabeth Bathory.
Sexiest woman from the 1500s.
So look,
Bathory.
guys, I've been researching this lady for a few months
Uh-huh.
from so many different sources. I've listened to numerous podcasts about her. I've
Okay.
watched numerous YouTube videos, Wikipedia. I'm all over the place with my research, so there may be some skipping around. I don't know, maybe a little bit.
Oh, God. You know how I get.
Do I?
Better not be confusing. I will leave.
No, But
You
there's
better
like
have all
so
your
many
facts, too.
There are so many side
Whatever.
notes. So I'm gonna, like I normally do, I'm gonna probably read off the stuff that I got from Wikipedia. But there's so many side notes that weren't mentioned in the Wikipedia research that's just baffling to me. So one of the main things about Elizabeth Bathory, and I'm gonna fuck up all kinds of Hungarian names. Just letting y'all know right now, I'm gonna say there's a couple of them I know for sure. But then there's some that I'm going to be like, I don't know. I'm just letting you know.
That's racist. Let's call him Smith.
So she's mostly well known for bathing in her victim's blood, right?
Bathory.
Yeah, it's funny because that's her real last name, right? But yeah, she's well known for bathing in her victim's blood. So that is most likely a myth, or part of the legend of her. Maybe I was thinking maybe she showers in their blood, or maybe she kills them and wipes the blood on her, or whatever. And we can get into where this came from. But I just want to say most bathtubs today, anyways, are 42 gallons. The human body has 12 pints of blood, which is 1.5 gallons.
How much semen?
Depending on how much you're tickling your prostate. With that, the 12 pints of blood, let's be generous here and say that that's from a full-grown person, right? The average size of a full-grown person today. And Elizabeth Bathory was in the late 1500s, early 1600s. And let's just use our math from today's stuff. So that would mean it would take 28 women to fill up a bathtub. Completely and entirely drained of blood. It would take 28 women. And also blood coagulates like quick. You know, once it hits oxygen, it starts thickening, and then it's just like,
Yeah.
there's no way you drain 28 chicks into a bathtub and then jump in like it's a regular bathtub of water. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You'd have to crush up a bunch of aspirin and put it in there or something.
And they didn't. I don't know if they had access to it. They might have.
Could have.
Good thinking, Joseph. It's
Play
like
Joseph.
you've done this.
Maybe. Maybe they had aspirin.
Could be.
Prove they didn't.
That's right.
This 12-year-old on YouTube says they did.
I don't know. It's worth looking into.
Or dicks.
So, Elizabeth Bathory, her name means good hero.
How do they know she has the most, like, they recorded the kills even though it was in...
All right, so her actual conviction was for 80. She was convicted of 80 kills, but it said the thing was that a witness came forward and said that there was a diary with 650 kills in it.
Wow.
And there was, according to accounts, none of us can say for sure, you know, because it was whatever. How long ago was that? 500 over
like
500
a week
years
ago.
You know.
Wow.
None of us can say what really happened and what really didn't. And I'll get into all that. But they
Yeah,
like
it's just all an imagination that's going on in my head. None of this could be real.
yeah. That's right, Joseph. We're doing this for you, Joseph. This
sounds
is
like
a story for Joseph.
You sure this isn't Marilyn Manson?
Yeah, but shit, I don't remember what I was saying.
Oh, I'm
anyways, let me
sorry.
get to it. That's all right.
Totally
That's all right.
fucked
She was
the whole
born.
thing up.
She was born August 7th, 1560,
Nice.
and died August 21st, 1614. She was a Hungarian noblewoman from the noble family of Bathory, who owned land in the Kingdom of Hungary, the part which is now Hungary, Slovakia, and Romania. So they owned a huge portion of Hungary. Bathory was labeled by the Guinness Book of World Record for the most prolific female murderer, though the precise number of her victims is debated. And that's because this girl came forward with the 650 count in a diary that nobody ever saw. You know, she was there through all the stuff and said, you know, hey, look, I don't know where this diary is, but I know she had it, and it was full of names. You know, must have been 650 names in there.
Yeah, I mean,
So she was convicted
Yeah,
of 80. She was convicted of 80.
that's enough.
That's a fucking lot, isn't it?
You can stop now.
Stop killing people, please.
That's the number. That's where they drew the line back then.
Yeah. 79.
80
79's
confirmed.
okay. 80, we're fucking taking you down.
Actually, they didn't start counting past 80 until the 1600s.
We need more numbers. Bathory and 4 collaborators were accused of torturing and killing. So when she was arrested, they took 4 of her servants, 3 women and a man, and these people were convicted, and 2 of the ladies had their fingers cut off, and I guess all of them was the way that I heard it described in one of the YouTube videos I listened to. The other lady was convicted and sentenced to death. She was killed. And then the boy was, he was dismembered, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, he was completely chopped up, so also killed.
Wow, but the females weren't.
They had their fingers cut off, and then the
That's
other
not
one, it didn't
dismembered,
say how they died.
I don't know which would be worse
They
though,
didn't
because
say
back
how the
then
other one
not
died.
having fingers was probably a big fucking deal.
Yeah, I mean it's a big deal now. We have worked around it in a lot of ways. Technology has, but
Well, yeah, and also there's a government system in place, at least in this country and a lot of other countries, where if you have an issue like no fingers, they're like, well, we can find you a job, or here's a little extra money to make ends meet. Mm-hmm. I don't think they did that back in 1500s Hungary.
Yeah.
I recently almost had my toe cut off, and it's more painful than childbirth. So,
that's what I heard about it.
yeah,
Yes.
Man,
it was
you
rough. I was a rock
deserve
star.
some kind of reward.
Yeah, they brought me roses.
Oh, that's not enough.
Roses to rose petals to walk on.
Yeah, so these the 4 collaborators were sentenced in the torturing and killing of hundreds of young girls between 1590 and 1610. The highest number of victims cited during Bathory's trial was 650, like I said.
20 years of murdering.
Yeah, they think it was longer. So there's this story about her from when she was a child, where she watched her dad sew someone up inside of a horse. Fucking sew a guy up into the stomach of a horse with his head hanging out. And she was like 9 or 10, something like that, and said that she laughed hysterically at the sight of this guy's head hanging out of the horse.
I wonder if that was the first like gimp. You know, the sexual gimps that wear like leather horse suits.
Oh my God. Oh, it says that the number 650 comes from the claim of a servant girl named Susanna. And Bathory's court official had seen the figure in one of Bathory's
that?
private books. What?
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da-da.
That's my reading. Instead of,
I'm fucking it. It's Morgan's catchphrase. Da, 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 da.
I'm fucking it.
She's sucking it. It's a weird thing to say on video chat.
oh God, sorry, babe. They're not gonna let this go, baby.
Babe. Babe. He's sorry, babe.
Babe, I'm sorry. They're not gonna let this go. Just like you didn't let it go
Babe.
when we were on video chat earlier, and you.
Babe.
Okay, so you sewed someone up in a horse.
Right. No. The girl said 650. The book was never revealed. And also she never actually mentioned it in the testimony.
Oh, like when she was whatever they do equivalent to under oath.
Right. But one of the things about Elizabeth Bathory, once she was arrested, it was like 3 days and they had her in a private trial. They were like, we gotta do this. Cause she's
She's elite, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the other people get their fucking fingers cut off, they get dismembered. I'm guessing she does not get that.
Right. Despite the evidence against Bathory, her family's importance kept her from facing execution. And the guy that arrested her and prosecuted her and stuff was a cousin, and he promised Bathory's husband that before he died that he would take care of her. So a lot of people think that this was kind of his way of still taking care of her, but also bringing justice to the hundreds and hundreds of young women that were killed in her care.
But back in that time period, 80.
Right.
Because they didn't go above 80.
Oh, yeah. They were like, we found 80. Well, here's another one. Okay, 80.
The best jokes are the ones you have to explain after the punchline. That's what you're shooting for.
She was imprisoned in December at Castle of
Here we go.
Bedburg?
Chetse. Wait, I got it down here. Hold on. It's on page 42. Fuck, I can't find it. All right, so back to where I was. Great God. There's a lot here.
Page 42.
There's a lot in here. I'm telling you guys, I was totally fucking intrigued with this chick. You know, like, this is the one that I was researching, and as they described the torture that she was doing, they were talking about how she would stick wooden splinters under girls' fingernails and shit like that. I was like getting an erection.
Yeah, I remember
researching it. I was like, shit, man.
I saw a
fuck, I wanna
movie
do
about
that.
it back in the when I was young. I think it was from the 70s.
With a willing participant, I want to do that.
And it's an interesting concept.
Did you really? There's a movie about it? Oh, yeah. I saw that there was a movie about
There's
it.
actually a lot of movies about it, I think.
About what?
But there was like an old
her.
old like B
specifically
horror movie about it, like from the late 60s or early 70s.
Wow.
I just remember this really fine-looking, probably Italian broad bathing in like blood of like peasant girls and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm judging you guys right now.
This shit is hot. So the stories of Bathory's sadistic serial murders are verified by the testimony of more than 300 witnesses and survivors, as well as physical evidence and the presence of horribly mutilated, dead, dying, and imprisoned girls found at the time of her arrest. What the fuck? And I'll mention it again because I know it's further down in the research. When he came in, he was literally tripping over bodies. Tripping over dead girls when he walks in this place and like finds her fucking eating one. Oh man, yeah.
Oh my god.
Nice. It's like an
Yeah.
orgy.
Yeah. Is it though?
I read a story a while back about like, two guys that one guy agreed to let the other guy kill him as part of a sexual thing. And I think after he killed the guy, he kept his skull as like an ashtray.
Oh, sweet.
It'd make a good ashtray or a cereal bowl or something.
He cut his penis off. And it took like a
Yikes.
really long time to bleed out. So I think he had the guy like finally like finish him off. But yeah, people do that shit.
Yeah. Wow.
A lot of people. Wow.
Not a lot of people. It's a very, very niche thing. You got to be in the know. You got to know somebody.
They don't live real long for some reason.
I wouldn't live long without a dick.
No, I mean after they're killed for sex. All right,
I
Morgan.
feel like some of this shit was I jump around so much that I'm gonna be repeating stuff, but
You should have handwritten it like Joseph.
Well,
A scroll.
I wanted to. I really wanted to, but I already had so much in my phone. It's
I got
what,
results.
Joseph?
I got results. Okay.
Yeah.
It's proven by the results.
Is there something wrong with my research?
I didn't say that. You were the one who was talking about it. I wasn't
Okay.
criticizing your research.
All right.
You getting a phone call?
No, there's a motion at my side door. It's just Brandy went shopping now. She's home.
Paranoid motherfucker.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I got the Ring doorbell, floodlights.
You know, if I get a live-in girlfriend, I am definitely getting cameras around my house.
What's
Well, good luck
what's
with
the
that.
correlation?
I mean,
there?
you ain't
Girlfriend
got a live-in girlfriend, but it's a good idea.
Why?
Come on, man.
Oh,
Come on, man.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
You know why.
And if you keep interrupting Morgan, raise your hand and up it goes.
Elizabeth, here's one story. Elizabeth would make one of her serving girls. Oh, this one's funny. Would make one of her serving girls put a diaper on a log and carry it around the castle and yell at her to nurse her baby, you whore. Hold on. She would also wake the girl up in the middle of the night and shove the piece of wood in her face, telling her to let the baby suckle. Shut your baby up and let it suckle.
Nice. I like
Fucking
it.
log. And then she killed her.
Don't they do that in high school with where they give
High schoolers
female
breastfeed
students like a
Maybe
baby,
when
like a
you were
doll
in high school.
that you have to carry around and take care of?
No, when you were in high school, they did that.
They don't do that anymore.
Back when there was a stereotype that women
Give
should
birth.
should be the ones staying home and taking care of children.
That is still the stereotype.
for you.
I have evidence.
your upbringing?
No, the state of South Carolina still believes that.
Oh, I will concur that is a true statement you just made.
Let's not talk about it.
Okay.
Trauma.
Jacking off with tears. Let's see. She stories describing her vampiric tendencies, such as the tale that she bathed in blood of virgins to retain her youth, were generally recorded years after her death, and are considered unreliable. So the story, and I'll try to skip over it later in my research. What's up, Eric?
Are there any images of this lady?
I don't have any.
Paintings, etchings?
There are, yeah. If you
Okay.
Google them,
She
yes, there
hot?
definitely are.
Not by our standards, probably.
There are paintings of her and stuff.
She's all covered up.
There are accounts that she was very beautiful, but she is the product of incest upon incest upon incest, and she
3
had
times.
yeah, she suffered from epilepsy in her childhood. She not demonic possession, but epilepsy. But she suffered from epilepsy, and she just, would have these crazy fits of rage, as a small child even, and they think that, that's the mental instability. It all comes from the incest of trying to keep families noble,
She's got the noblest of seed in her blood.
Let's not taint it.
Taint.
I knew somebody was going to do it. Her story quickly became part of national folklore, and infamy persists to this day. Some insist that she is the one who inspired Bram Stoker's Dracula. I'm just looking at Joseph because it's a woman that inspired a man role. And so I thought Joseph might have something to say about that.
I thought we were waiting for a hand job joke.
No, but you always think it was Vlad the Impaler, and I tried to look back, right? That's who Dracula really is based on.
Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah.
His first name was Vlad the Pegger. Exaggerated.
It was just light pegging.
Just a little bit of pegging.
This is going to come out of your throat.
And his servant boy said, "My Vlad, you're quite the Impaler." Well, so that's what Dracula is. We've always been told, or I have anyways, that Vlad the Impaler is the inspiration behind Dracula. But then there are a lot of other accounts because of her, like, just the amount of blood, and her whole story is based in blood. It seems like, from bathing in it to the floors being soaked in it to her servants' girls' beds. You can scoop it up by the handfuls out of their beds and shit. Yeah, it's pretty gruesome.
I bet it smelled really bad in there.
Yeah.
Like volumes of blood kind of stink.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever think about the tolerance for smell they used to have before, like toilet paper and bathing on a regular
Indoor
basis?
plumbing.
Thing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I guess if you're just used to it.
Right.
Like the dude that comes to the construction site and sucks the turds out of the porta-john.
Yeah, the porta-john cleaner.
Yeah, the porta-john gnome or whatever.
Gnome.
Yeah.
The turd sucker.
The dude's a saint. He really is.
Yeah.
I'm so glad someone does that job.
Yeah, seriously, because
I feel like everybody should you should leave them like gifts in front of the porta-john maybe.
Or
Like some
just-
donuts or
man.
coffee or something.
that's not a fucking bad idea. Dude's got a rough job.
He does.
He'd be cleaning the porta-john, eating his
And when he
fucking
shows up
donuts.
on the job, everybody runs.
Yeah,
Everyone runs to the farthest reach of the job and hides out.
they definitely run upwind from whatever it is he's doing, not downwind.
I
Yeah.
used to offer the trash guys a cold Coke in the summer.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's actually sweet.
They'd say yes, and I'd be like, "Ah, sorry, you can have water. Shit's expensive."
My mother used to give them money at Christmas, the trash guys.
Really?
Yeah, she'd leave an envelope for them.
Bro, that's really fucking nice, man.
Wow.
That's old school, I think.
That's not a... Take note, people. That's not a bad fucking idea.
Not
This
a bad
is how
idea.
you respect the trash men.
And we should.
Yeah.
Those
We
guys got a
should.
rough job.
Dude, they stop picking up trash, we're fucked.
Totally fucked.
Well, there's
That-
dumps we can go to. I
Dude.
don't know about totally.
back in that time, people were just throwing refuse.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
shitting
On the
and
side of the
throwing it
street.
on the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just can you imagine walking down the road with your buddy, having a conversation, and just like, well, we kind of do that as men sometimes, just go back behind a bush and pee or something. Just like, no, continue your story and pull your pants down and squat and just shit. Don't white, just pull your pants up when you're done and keep walking.
Oh, your
Or
hand.
you use your hand,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they around the world they still
man.
employ that technique in certain places.
Oh, wow, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, it's low tech.
if we can ever get advertisers and enough money produced in Japtalion and this guy, let's send them some toilet paper. What?
Okay.
You
No?
ever seen An Idiot Abroad?
Yes.
Yeah, it's in
that
there.
show
It's
is
referenced
brilliant.
in there it is. Yeah.
No, I haven't. I'm sorry. That's why I laughed.
I have not.
Of course. No.
This is a normal reaction. I have not, good sir.
He said idiots.
I am a human.
No. I'm a human man.
Let's see. Nicknames and literary.
He lost his place again on page 84.
So she has some nicknames. I said already. The Blood Countess and Countess Dracula.
I like Blood Countess.
I
That's
do
a good
too.
one.
I
would
really like
date
that one. Right. I
Yeah.
know.
I would love to date a girl who just like, you call me the Blood Countess. I'd be like, okay, Blood Countess. I'd roll with that.
Yeah.
Did I whisper that? Am I doing that again?
No.
Okay.
So back to her early
Please, childhood trauma.
childhood trauma. She was the trauma in her childhood. Elizabeth, what?
You think some people are just born
They're missing.
rotten
They're
or
missing
not-
something that just fucking like they don't have the ability to be compassionate, maybe, or to have some kind of feelings of empathy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they don't have a penis.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm totally joking.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, but it came from you, buddy.
Yeah, that's definitely a Joseph
Yeah.
statement.
Been hanging out too long.
All he did was beat you to it.
Yeah, yeah. I made you proud, Papa.
She was born in 1560 or 61, it says, and her childhood at the Ised Castle.
Esed?
The old name of the town was Ised, but over time it has been renamed something that's Hungarian that means grand or great Ised.
That used to be a Jane's Addiction song about me. Esed.
It's done with Sergio.
I didn't know the lyrics. It's just,
The area had close association with a cadet branch of the Bathory family. Elizabeth Bathory was raised in the town. The town's now ruined castle. Her main residence and later her prison was the Sexiest Castle in Upper Hungary, which is where her husband, that was her husband's property and stuff, which became hers when he died. And she was buried in the family's crypt at Ised. So they had her at the CJ Castle or whatever, and she didn't. The people there didn't want her there when she died. So yeah, so they were like, "You need to take that bitch somewhere else. Fuck burying her here. Burying her right next to all the fucking people she buried. Fuck that bitch."
Can you go visit her? Her resting place?
Nope, it's unknown where her exact resting spot is.
wow.
Yep.
Reminds me of that awful reboot of Hellboy. Did y'all see that?
I did not watch it, so it's not good.
I did not think so.
Oh man,
I was baffled at the choices they made in that movie. Like, how could you not know the CGI was horrible?
really.
Dude, there's a chick that could summon ghosts, like talk to dead people, but she like leaned her head back and they came out of her throat as this like ectoplasm spirit. So it's like this big, I don't know, horse dick person coming out of her throat while she's summoning. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
It was just bad CGI. Anyways, yeah.
I hate when there's
Awful
bad
movie.
CGI in a movie.
The concept was horrible. Like, it didn't even have a chance to be good, you know?
Yeah. Well, that sucks.
Not even a chance.
Doing the low voice. It's getting late. Sun's getting real low.
Hey, big guy. So her father was Baron Jorge Bathory of the East Side branch of the family, brother to Andrew Ventura Bathory, who had been a voivod of Transylvania.
What?
A voivod. A voivod is like a general or a high commander in the military. The Voivod of here it is. I got that. The Voivod of Transylvania was the highest ranking official in Transylvania within the Kingdom of Hungary from the 12th century to the 16th century, appointed by the monarchs. The Voivods themselves, also the heads or ispans of the Fehir country.
Like Fey folk?
Spell it?
Nope. FEH, some italicized ER.
Oh, because it's what's
Fair.
that other alphabet called? Cyrillic or something like that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Skrillex?
We're the superiors of the Ispan and the other countries in the province, whatever. While her mother was Baroness Anna Bathory. Oh, they share the same last name. Wonder how that happened. Because they're fucking related. She was the daughter of Stephen Bathory. Yeah, I'm probably going to go back and forth on that name, aren't I?
I'm cool. I know what you mean.
I don't give a fuck.
Samlio, another
Samlio.
voivod of Transylvania. She was the daughter of Stephen Bathory, another voivod of Transylvania, from the Samlio branch.
I want to go find out the correct pronunciations of all these words and edit it into this podcast right after you say it, just for shits.
He won't, though. Shit, he might. Eric might spend some time on that.
A Bautrio. His last name was Frank.
Just cover up my voice with the real pronunciation.
About Frank. Trio.
So her mother Elizabeth was the niece of the Hungarian noble Stephen Bathory, the King of Poland and Grand Duke of Lithuania of the Polish. Lithuania. That was not me vibrating on the table.
I thought we had an agreement. My phone's on the table. Hey, will you hand me some of those nuts?
Let's see. Okay, the King of Poland, the Grand Duke of Lithuania, of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, and Prince of Transylvania, her older brother Stephen Bathory, who became Judge Royal of Hungary. Ha! There. All right. That's their lineage. Nobody asked. As a child, Bathory suffered multiple seizures that may have been caused by epilepsy, possibly stemming from the inbreeding of her parents.
It's like the beginning of the Bible where it's like, and Samuel beget, and it's like 4 pages. And someone's like, you know what's really going to captivate the reader? 4 pages of lineage.
That is, dude. My ex-wife was so impressed with this preacher out of Camden that knew all the begets by heart, and she would talk about that, and I'm like, man, that is almost not important. That's like really.
I feel like that's not really where the spiritual message is in that book.
Yeah.
I need to introduce this guy to porn or video games. Who memorized? I don't know.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Fuck, memorizes that shit. All right. So, she had symptoms relating to epilepsy and diagnosed as falling sick, and treatments including rubbing blood of a non-sufferer on the lips of an epileptic, or giving the epileptic a mix of non-sufferer's blood and a piece of skull as their episode ended. Wow, that was the medication for epilepsy in the late 1500s.
Did it help?
This has led to speculation that Bathory's killing during her late life were part of the efforts to cure her illness she had been suffering since in childhood. No, I mean, I don't know. I think her seizures stopped because they didn't mention them happening in her later life.
So it may have helped.
Rub some blood on the lips.
Correlation does not equal causation.
They both begin with C.
Later on, we'll find that this is relevant. Bathory was raised a Calvinist. Bathory was raised a Calvinist Protestant.
This is foreshadowing. Take out your
Totally
pens.
just did that.
Take out your quill. Make a note.
I can remember teachers doing shit like that in school, though.
Pay attention to this part.
It's important because the Catholics were trying to take over Hungary and most of Eastern Europe, as well as
guys.
yeah,
At that time, they were just trying to take over everything, weren't they?
yeah. Catholics were trying to.
If I had a nickel, this couple that lives up the street,
Trying to take over your property,
they're in my backyard like every day,
torturing somebody.
like sprinkling water out of a thing on a pole. I don't know. Fuck out of here.
She was very smart. As a young woman, she learned Latin, German, Hungary, and Greek. She learned Hungarian in Hungary. That's unusual.
Genius.
That was probably smart of her parents to teach her Hungarian. Born into a privileged family of nobility, Bathory was endowed with wealth, education, and a prominent social rank. And that social rank is what kept her killing for so long. Nobody, wanted to look into it. She would tell people that, they'd be like, "Hey, my daughter came to learn etiquette from you. What happened to her? Where'd she go?" And be like, "Oh, yes, your daughter. Well, she died of cholera. We had to bury her immediately."
It's called COVID.
Take note, Q.
Oh my God.
I laughed when you first mentioned your topic because this is very similar to a Q thing where they claim that a certain set of people drink children's blood to
Oh my
keep
God.
them young and revitalize them.
I don't think that people don't do that. I think people do that.
Yeah, that totally checks out science-wise. You can definitely run some tests, and
No.
baby's blood will
I'm not-
keep you young.
I'm not saying that it'll actually do it, but I believe there are people that believe that and do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all liberals and
Yeah,
Hollywood actors.
elite. Yeah.
Yeah,
Elite, not
Yeah.
just the
Oh,
actors.
sorry.
Yeah,
they get their
they're
children
the
from
Tom Cruises
Wayfair.
of...
Wayfair, we put kids in cabinets.
Do a Wayfair ad. Wayfair, we put children in cabinets.
After a long day of acting and pretending like you're human.
Oh, God. So, she was...
I'm really getting Joseph today.
I know. He's laughing a lot. This is
He's
great.
stifling laughter.
He needs it.
That's because I have to edit the laughter out.
I don't think you have to.
I don't like the laughter.
Let's now do 5 minutes of laughter. Oh my
Your turn.
God. Woo.
Ha!
Back to the regularly scheduled program.
That wasn't even close to a minute.
And Joseph didn't
I
do
know, it's-
anything but look at us. You guys are dicks.
That's all right. We're going to loop it in editing.
Why am I here? I don't even get paid for this.
It's going to be the exact same laughs 20 times.
I like the breathless laugh.
It's like that dog from that cartoon.
Yeah.
So at the age of 11, Bathory was engaged to her future husband.
At the age of 11?
At the age of 11. Yep. She was engaged. Before they got married, at the age of 13, she gave birth to a child. So her pregnancy, it was a servant boy that got her pregnant, and not the soon-to-be husband,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Oh, so he's not royalty either.
So
Allegedly.
likely a thing that could have probably happened is that her husband, her future husband, had sex with her, got her pregnant, and they weren't married yet. So he was like, he did it. It was that guy. Let's tie him to 4 horses and let him run in different directions, which is what they did.
I seen it.
I seen it. You were there. You saw, right? Yep. Right? Okay. Yeah.
Dick like a mule he's got.
So fucked up.
Yeah. So they sent her away to have the baby in private, and like a relative's, and the relative kept the child and raised it. Is what Joseph's got this confused look on his face.
Yeah, they would keep the baby because it is of noble blood, because she's of noble blood.
Right.
Okay.
I hope there was that guy from Will Be Blood that followed him around and said, "Bastard in a basket."
I've never
Yo,
seen
you've
that,
never
but
seen that
but
movie?
I'm thinking about
Oh.
like Game of Thrones, and they have like the Battle of the Bastards, and
Bastard. It's a weird scene. He won't make eye contact. It says kid. It says not kid. Anyways, great movie. You've never seen that?
no, what's it called again?
There Will Be Blood. Daniel Day-Lewis, dude,
Oh, really? Have you seen it?
kills
I've
it.
seen it.
Did you love it?
Seen
It's a good movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll have to text me that because I already forgot the name of it again.
Called Flashpoint.
You'll have to believe me. I'm an oil man.
It's called Ip Man.
It's called Ip Man.
Ip Man. Oh, the child.
Bastard in a basket.
Oh no! It says that she was engaged at the age of 10. That's when they got engaged to Frick Natasi. Frick Natasi.
Why'd they wait so late?
I guess they want. Never mind. I was gonna say something gross. Yeah.
I think people didn't live as long.
Yeah. And I mean,
She-
you know, not societally where we're at now, but when your body starts being able to produce children was historically even a
Right.
little bit before that.
Right. So that's why they probably got her engaged at 10, so that they could get her engaged, and he could start grooming her where he needed her by the time she was ready to reproduce.
You see that log over there?
That's your baby now.
I'm going to need you to carry that around under your shirt for 9 months.
I was thinking sex toy, but whatever. You see that naughty stick over there?
So Ferenc Natasi was the son of Baron in what was probably a political arrangement within the circles of aristocracy. Aristocracy.
Aristocracy. Murfreesboro. That's one of his drunk words. Aristocracy. Should bathe in people's blood. Hand me my nuts. Joseph Black. Bastard in a basket.
He was begot.
I'm drunk. I don't know. I'm giddy.
As Elizabeth's social standing was higher than that of her husband, she refused to change his last name. Instead, Natasi assumed her surname, Bathory.
Ha ha ha.
Cuck.
I bet everybody gave him shit about that. They're like poking him with rapiers or whatever and like making fun of him.
She's out here killing fucking servants, and people are like, damn, what's your wife do?
No, no, don't bring it up. Please.
They do say that they did say in
The log.
in two of the things that I listened to, they said that he was kind of like a groomer for her in the killing field, you know. So he was a war hero. He was at war a lot, I guess. I think he actually died in war, but he he showed her some of the things that he would learn on the battlefield to use on like young girls, people that were smaller than her that she could easily.
That reminded
Intimidate.
me of another Daniel Day-Lewis reference from the Gangs of New York.
Oh, I love that movie.
This is a kill.
Yeah.
Kill. Drags the knife across the.
God, I need to watch that movie again. I
He
love
taps his
that
eyeball,
movie.
glass eyeball
Yeah.
with the knife. You know, he quit acting after his last movie because he said it took so much out of him. He was done.
Shit. What was his last movie?
The Invisible Thread or something like that. I watched it. It's a weird love story type of thing.
Does
Wow.
Daniel Day-Lewis actually have a glass eye?
What? No.
I don't think so, but I'm pretty sure it was it was a glass eye, and he ding, 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 tapped it with this huge, like Crocodile Dundee.
Did you
That's
see
a
that
knife.
movie? You see Gangs of New York?
I don't remember it.
They could have tidied it up a little more. It kind of went long, but I loved his role.
I don't know if I've seen it.
The Dead Rabbits.
Anyway,
Whatevs.
a lot of movies to see, not a lot of time to live.
What? What does that mean?
All
I
right.
don't know how much time I got.
Countess of Bath Bombs. Go for it.
Bathory and beyond.
Dude, someone
Bed
in my
Bathory and beyond.
Bed Bathory and Beyond. They're removing the My Pillows. What?
someone in my family that's having memory issues because of a stroke ordered like $500 worth of bath bombs, and someone who's related to them that's very close to me almost lost their mind.
Are you going to take them down to the flea market and sell them or something?
Dude, true story. She got her card that we could monitor the money amount to help.
Yeah.
Out of all the things she's forgotten due to the stroke, her 16-digit credit card number is not one of them. She started using it
Damn.
by not saved by memory.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's
I
a
guess
whole
she's not
thing.
using her memory for other things. Maybe it got better in the areas where it still works.
Okay. Sorry, I keep interrupting. That's
Oh
where it goes.
God. Okay, so dude took her last name.
I'll go home.
Natasi now Bathory. Yeah. The couple married when she was 15. And he was 19. Approximately 4,500 guests were at the wedding, and the wedding gift to Bathory of his house was his household. He gave his wife his house for their wedding.
Isn't that what you do anyway?
Well, that's kind of a poor gift because he's still going to be living there. I mean, it's not really is that a gift?
Eh.
I guess.
Yeah.
She takes it when she shows up, or she takes it when she leaves. It ends up being in her possession either way.
Did people used to marry someone and be like, okay, go back to your house?
Maybe. That would actually be probably really good.
Well, that's gotten us as far as her getting married.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Morgan's got 215 pages.
Yeah.
It's a good bit.
I'm taking over the month of February at Jack Italian in the Sky. I mean, we don't know what month this is.
It's Black History Month.
Oh, you made the mistake, buddy. You got to pay the penalty. We each get branded every time we use a date. We got a little Jap-Talian brand.
Wait, I never said it was February 7th.
That date will forever be on your ass. Yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up. Hopefully you guys are interested and you'll rejoin us at whatever time we release it, whatever year, day, or month. Is there what do we want to do at the end here? We usually plug stuff, we wrap it up.
Yeah, we kind of wrap it up and do our Japtalion stuff and maybe some personal plugs if we got them, right?
Yeah, let's plug the Japtalion.
All right, Japtalion. You can email us at japtalion13@gmail.com. And then we're on like so many forms of podcast searching places. What do we call them? Apps?
Oh yeah.
Don't look at me. I'm like the oldest person here.
I'm going to Eric for this.
It's called what?
Let me pull it up.
Podcasters or something like that?
Send it to you too.
Yeah.
So we are on Apple Podcasts, and all of this is Japtalion and this guy. Funny story, our Gmail is Japtalion13 because that's what age I quit emotionally maturing at. True. So we're at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. We're almost on TuneIn Alexa. I just got the email.
I thought we are on TuneIn.
Well,
Did we get the email?
We did. I got to go do some configuring. I got to
Okay.
put some information in.
It's a whole ritual.
We have a
Lighting candles.
we have a web page through Podbean. It's Japtalion13 age. No, sorry, that's not part of it. Japtalion13.podbean.com. We're on Podcast Addict. We're on Stitcher. We're on Player FM. We are on
Never even heard of those.
YouTube, and I think that's it for now.
And we're on Facebook and Instagram as Japtalion and this guy.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't have anything to
I don't really want to plug my own stuff anymore.
Why not?
Because I would like to promote only Japtalion and this guy.
Okay.
But Joseph, I'm sure, wants to plug his stuff. Go ahead, Joe.
Suspicious.
It is highly suspicious.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I don't want to brag about myself. I've been living this way my whole existence. All of a sudden, I don't want attention. Oh, we are dicks. Jojo?
Yeah, I have a YouTube at Winding Sheet.
Sheet?
Yeah, it's mostly poetry. Not my poetry, Edgar Allan Poe's poetry. And I don't have this podcast thing does take up a lot of my energy. So I've been negligent on putting stuff out. And then I have an Instagram of Joseph T. Antonio.
You read any Dr. Seuss?
No, but I do have a third channel that I was gonna do more children's related stuff on. Like Pinocchio or something like that.
I would like to plug my OnlyFans.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just we're on OnlyFans. We just hang ceiling fans. It's OnlyFans.
Yes. I like it.
Great. Okay.
I'm disappointed.
Well, we do it naked.
That joke hurt me.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
The naked electrician
Yeah, just hanging ceiling fans naked with a heart on.
coming in to remove your shorts and get you turned on.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, so that's my plug stuff.
All right.
And that's Morgan's OnlyFan plug.
My Venmo is morgan.wood.23. Send me money.
That
Do
is
it.
a good plug.
Noise.
Oh, man, that was a good idea.
Okay, I lied.
Oh.
I did want to plug stuff. Sorry. Go ahead, Eric.
Plug it.
I did.
Plug me.
I plugged my Venmo.
All right. I've been fully plugged by Morgan. All right. Well, I don't remember how you close this. It's a catchy phrase. Do it, Morgan. Do it.
Have a good evening.
Have a good morning.
Or a good Tuesday. Did I mess it up, guys?